Okay, children, now we've already done this velocity selector case. Velocity selector case is the is the device where you have electric and magnetic field which are perpendicular to each other. There's another cyclotron. This is a device cyclotron where also you have electric. We have to keep electric and magnetic field perpendicular to each other. Okay, now this is a device by which positively charged particle like proton, neutron, etc. can be accelerated. Now why positively charged? Because generally negatively charged particle में electrons आते हैं and which are free to move, and electron is very light in mass, so there is some reason related to its mass, okay, which we will discuss later. But any charged particle, if it has some mass, even if it is negative, can be actually accelerated using cyclotron. Okay, now the working principle of cyclotron is based on the fact that positively charged particle can be accelerated to sufficiently high energy with the help of small value of oscillating electric and magnetic, crossed electric and magnetic field. You need to mention crossed. And you can also add that frequency of revolution of the charged particle in B in the magnetic field is independent of its energy. Okay, this we will prove. So these two combined are the principle of the cyclotron, and the diagram or the construction here is you have two metallic chambers in the form of a D. So basically it's a thin cylinder which is cut into half, so you get two D shapes, okay, of metallic. It has to be metal, no other material, and separated by a very small gap between them. This gap has to be very small. P is the point where the ion source is kept. This is D1, D2, two Ds, and the two Ds are connected to a HF oscillator, high frequency oscillator. Oscillator is basically a device where you can change the frequency of oscillation of the AC or the current which you're providing. So oscillator's frequency we can change. Okay, and this entire setup is in a steel chamber which is kept between north and south pole of electromagnet or any magnet. So what will happen if it is, suppose this setup is in the plane of the paper. So north pole उसके ऊपर है and south pole उसके नीचे है, ठीक है. तो north, you know the direction of magnetic field is from north to south. So this will be the direction of magnetic field, right, perpendicular to the plane of the paper. But because it's paper 2D, तो इसलिए यहाँ ऐसा दिख रहा है. But you know, when you draw, you have to imagine 3D. North will be up and south will be below. So the magnetic field will be perpendicular to the plane of the paper. Okay, and then you see that there are two regions. One is in between this and the other is these D's. Now in between region there will be, because of these two D's connected to oscillator and they are metal, so one will be positive, another will be negative. After some time the other will become negative and the first will become positive. So what will happen? Polarity keeps on changing. So there is electric field. This region has electric field in between. Which direction? Its direction will keep on changing. But there won't be any electric field inside the D's, because metal inside, Faraday caging, it is a shield. Any conductor will shield. There will electric field inside the conductor will be zero. So inside there is no electric field, but magnetic field will be present inside also. Okay, so what will happen when the charge is produced here? If suppose this, okay, I'll explain it. See, if charge is produced, you see this diagram. If charge is produced here, okay, at this place charge is produced, because and this is negative polarity, suppose, and this is positive at that time. So the positive charge will be attracted this side towards this D because of the electric field. So it is at rest. Because of the force, it will gain velocity. The speed with which it reaches here, okay, velocity is direction में magnetic field perpendicular to the plane of paper है, so it will follow circular path, because there is no electric field in the D, only magnetic field, so it will follow circular path. Okay, and after reaching here, with same speed it will reach here. After reaching here, if the polarity of the two D's change, if this becomes negative, this becomes exactly at that time, so then electric field will be in this direction and the charged particle will move here with increased speed. And when speed is more here, then it will again follow circular path, because there is no electric field inside. So the whole purpose of electric field is to increase the speed of the particle when it is moving between the two D's, and the function of magnetic field is to make the charged particle move in a circular path when they are in the D's. Okay, now how is it that when the charged particle reaches here, exactly that time only it will change? It may differ, right? So what will happen? Why it should change at that time only? Because if it doesn't change, when it reaches here, it doesn't change polarity, then the positive particle is here and this remains positive, there will be repulsion. It will not be accelerating, its speed will not increase this side. Okay, then what will happen? So before discussing that, first you see what happens here at this point. Suppose v is the speed retained here. So the magnetic force which will act on this particle will be QVB, because sin theta जो है वो sin 90 है, sin 90 is 1. So the force will be QVB, and that force is providing centripetal force, so mv square by r. Okay, so you see this r from here, r you take here, 1v cancels, so r is equal to mv by qb. R is directly proportional to velocity. Okay, so whatever is the velocity, according to there will be radius. Now if velocity increases, the radius will increase. Okay, then here again velocity increases, again radius increases. So this way velocity and radius keeps on increasing, and by the time it comes out of this window, it gains a lot of velocity, so a lot of kinetic energy is there. Okay, now what will happen, how much time will it cover this circle? So t half is the time to complete this semicircle. So it will be pi r will be the circumference divided by the speed, distance upon speed. So when you will substitute this r value from here, so you'll VV cancel, and what you get, T half is equal to pi m by qb. Pi m by qb. So you see, it is independent of r and it is independent of velocity. No matter how big is r, how small is r, how large is velocity, how less is velocity, it will come out, it will complete the half circle in the same time. So if this is the time for half circle, time period will be double of t half, which will be 2 pi m by qb, and frequency is 1 upon time period, so qb by 2 pi m. So you see, frequency is independent of the speed and the radius. So if it is independent of speed, it is independent of the energy of the particle. No matter how high is the energy, frequency is same. So what you have to see, that after it comes here, okay, after completing it comes here, its speed changes, the polarity of these two d should change. So what you do, we have to adjust the velocity of this oscillator to match this velocity, we have to match the frequency of this oscillator to match this frequency, and this frequency is called cyclotron frequency. Okay, if your frequency doesn't match with the cyclotron frequency, this particle will reach here, polarity will not change, so it will not accelerate, it will decelerate, and so it will not attain high energy. Okay, now what is the maximum kinetic energy with which the particle will come out? So maximum speed here, maximum speed will be when it reaches maximum radius. So speed, formula for speed will be qb r by m. So qb capital R by m, capital R will be radius of this d. Okay, so this is V max. So kinetic energy max is half mv max square. So V max square में substitute कर दो, एक m cancel हो जाएगा, q square b square r square by 2m is, this is the maximum kinetic energy attained. Okay, this is the maximum kinetic energy attained. Also remember children, the cyclotron frequency is also called resonant frequency. Okay, resonance condition. What is this is cyclotron frequency, and resonance condition is when the frequency of the oscillator, okay, is equal to frequency of cyclotron. Frequency of oscillator is equal to frequency of cyclotron, then this condition is called resonance condition. And you have to have resonance condition, otherwise it will not work.